I'm going to pass out lesson 9, 10. Those of you who are viewing this online, oh, no, we got till 38. Okay. Those of you who are viewing online, when we break up to solve the problems, you will have to look at the problems and pause the video to solve. You don't have to record me passing out paper. We can press pause. A little bit of adding and subtracting, and we already know what the important lesson is when using scientific notation and adding and subtracting. The important lesson, Mr. Anderson, is what do you have to make sure you do in order to add scientific notation?
Powers to power?
Nope. What you have to line up the
Decimal?
not necessarily the, what's that?
The numbers?
The numbers according to their
Place value?
very good. You need to line up the place values. You need to make sure that if one number has a million, that the number that you're going to add to it is also in the million place values. That's adding and subtracting. Our rules for multiplication and division. Scientific notation is always written as what? A decimal. What's in front of the decimal?
A single non-zero digit.
A non-zero digit every single time. What's after the decimal?
The non-zero numbers.
Okay. The non-zero, important non-zero numbers that follow. And then we get times
10 to the power of
to
whatever.
the power. Okay. In multiplication, you're going to have two of these numbers. We'll make this an x. And then you're going to get times 10 to another one. Multiplication, what do you think is going to be the quickest way to solve a multiplication problem? Quickest, most correct. Should we switch this back to regular standard notation and then multiply two really big or really small numbers together?
No.
No, what should we do to make it simple? First step. What should we multiply?
2 times.
Do you multiply 10 times 10?
The exponent.
Do you multiply the exponents?
Add the exponent.
You add the exponents. First step, because you have two matching base numbers, you can add the exponents together. So in your answer, you are going to get times 10 to the, we'll call it a plus b. One exponent will be a, the other exponent will be b. You'll add the two exponents together to get your value of your exponent and your response. What's left to do in the multiplication problem that we haven't yet done? Step 2. You combine the times 10.
Multiply the base numbers.
Not the base numbers. You're going to multiply the decimal values. Tens are the base numbers. They remain the same when you're multiplying. You multiply the decimal values together. Okay? You're going to have two decimal values, multiply them together. What's going to happen after you multiply? Step 3, you need to convert to scientific notation. Why do I say that? What might happen when you're multiplying numbers? Yep.
The decimal might move.
The decimal might move. You might end up with more decimals or more digits in front of the decimal point. So after you add your exponents, have a value for multiplying your decimals, you convert it to scientific notation with one and only one digit in front of the decimal and adjust the exponent accordingly. What are you going to do for division? How are we going to change it from multiplication to division? Your first step is going to be what? Say it out loud. You're going to subtract your exponents. Same rules apply, only you're dividing, so your exponents subtract. Second step, we multiplied the decimal numbers in multiplication. In division, we're going to, say it out loud. These are those great looks that you're going to see on video, and I'm going to be like, oh my God. In division, we're not going to multiply. We're going to do what with the decimals? Divide. Okay. Whew. Did you guys really not know that, or did you just not want to answer?
Number 2. Yes.
And what are you going to do for number 3? The same thing, convert to scientific notation if necessary. Okay, so decimal got sign. You're going to convert it to scientific notation only when necessary. Questions, comments, or concerns? Okay, the powers to powers. I hope we don't have any. So, what we are going to do, your assignment for tomorrow is going to be to take risks on this assignment. We're running out of time. I want to see what you can come up with on the worksheet. If you cannot figure out anything else other than I know in number 1 we are going to multiply, or I know we're going to add, or I know we're going to divide, I don't know what the answer is. I want you to at least guess on each of the 5 questions what operation you're going to do. If the numbers are not written in scientific notation, you should be able to convert, so all the numbers are in scientific notation, and I'd like you to be willing to be wrong. Okay? Do what you can. You may work with partners. You have 4 minutes remaining. Thanks for tuning in.